Because I was smoking weed. Didn't want to do that on camera.
Can't do it
So
live.
glad you didn't want to do that on camera,
Yeah,
but I announced it as we went live.
We can talk about it all we want.
Oh, yeah,
Just
we
can't
talk about
show it.
all we want till YouTube is cool with it. Hurry up, YouTube.
Hey.
Hey.
Smoke weed every day.
Damn
No,
right.
like favorite dinosaur in a movie. That's so like.
Yeah.
Like I said, my favorite, and I said this off camera. My favorite dinosaur is a Triceratops, hands down. Love it.
Okay, but what about like TV shows? But what about like Dino Riders? Because Dino Riders had some sick dinosaurs.
I think you got to separate. There's way more dinosaurs in TV than there are in movies.
That's true because there's the dinosaur TV show,
Which was
Dude,
awesome.
the ending of that show.
Oh, yeah.
The ending of
Yeah,
that
like
show is
the-
the saddest ending in any TV show ever.
You mean
They
it's
just,
going to be our ending?
I mean, that would
thing.
definitely be. Oh my god, yeah.
They just succumb to the
Cold.
cold. They just are like, no, we're done. Like,
Hey,
what
That's
the
it.
hell?
God, that was such.
That's how dinosaurs. That's how dinosaurs ended.
That's
Yeah.
That's true.
Your friend's dead. You're dead. You're all dead.
If I'm going out, I'm taking all of you with me.
It's it.
Dude,
Like,
I don't ever want to know that feeling. I don't ever want to know.
Dinosaur in a
Chris,
movie.
call us first. You know, if you find something out.
You're all going down.
By Upper Hand Deer Camp beer.
Your upper hand beer can?
Yeah,
No,
you know how
Upper
we-
Hand is the name of the brewery from the UP. And this is Deer Camp beer, and it's a camo can. Look how sexy this can is.
Oh,
It's actually really good too.
It's really good too.
Yeah.
It's a nice lager.
Nice lager.
I feel like Dan and Tim would be guys that you go to if like you wanted like investors, like real homegrown Michigan investors to invest into like a bed and breakfast in the Upper Peninsula.
I could be down. Hey, I'm in New York. I could be down for that still.
Dude, okay, but in all honesty, like Marquette is a killer city up north.
And it's a total college town. It's Marquette's dope.
What's the best way to rip off college kids?
Beer.
Oh, easy.
Well,
Drinking
Beer.
game.
As a
Yeah.
bartender in college, beer. Oh my god, beer for days. I used to do tricks. at the bar, and like, I'd be like, just pulling shit like with stout and lagers where I have a card between it, stuff like that, and I'd be like, I bet you I can make these beers switch without like even touching them, and I'd remove the card, and of course, lager goes up and the fucking stout goes down, shit like that, and like. They'll do it. They'll put $20 on the bar for anything. College kids are just dumb. Like
Every fucking thing. Hey, they would call me over and they'd just be like, hey, let's come fucking burn this dude. And he just like, it's whether I'd play darts or I'd play pool if I'm gambling in that way, or I would just like do a trick. Tricks are the easiest thing if you want to like get money in a bar.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
just if you're in a college town or a town near a college, just take the two schools that are rivals in the state and then just put a tip jar and say, tip if you like this team or tip if you
Ooh.
like
Yep, always.
Literally no effort whatsoever. I like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
like in Michigan State Week in Michigan, like you'll make $100 in
Easy.
no time at all.
Easy.
Go
Easy.
Blue, go Michigan, but I'm not doing that dumb shit.
So at the piano bar, like they'll get into fights where they'll bid up to like $300 to play the U of M fight song over the Michigan State fight song.
Mojos in Grand Rapids. Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Happens
Wow,
all the
what a bunch of
I
jackasses.
will pay $100 for one of you to go and play the Ohio State fight.
Don't
song.
do that.
That's happened. So like,
Hang on, Sloopy,
Yep.
Sloopy, hang on.
I'd pay that to not hear Maroon 5.
I took my time to not separate.
do you guys have dueling piano bars like near you?
Nah.
No, we get like dueling piano
Shenanigans.
shenanigans. Mick, the local strip club that Mick runs from Virginia.
Full ass clapping.
Full ass clapping. There's the occasional like piano battle show that bars do, but there's no actual dueling pianos bar or anything like that.
You make
I like
it go clap, clap, clap.
I kind of
I've
want to
been
see a
to
dueling
a
ass clap
piano
show now.
Man, I'm still tripping
Not
about
at
this like
so.
best.
The best
Best-
dinosaur is Chomper.
I'm stuck on Littlefoot now, motherfucker.
What about Ducky?
Actually, it was at a piano bar. I saw a comedian one time bomb.
Oh,
I don't mean to laugh at it. I do not mean to laugh, but it was just the way
He's a
it was
comedian. That's what he
it was
would want.
Another comedian who did it. So
Right.
like that's what it.
I have to walk away
hit.
for a second. I'll be back, guys.
And then so like she's up there and she's doing it and she starts a joke and she's like, "You cannot possibly be ambushed on a beach and it's quiet, nobody's laughing." And another comedian from the back screams out, heckles her, and goes, "What about Normandy?" Just every time I think of a piano, where's a piano bars? I think of that moment. It has nothing to do with pianos.
Oh, all right. You know what? I don't know why that triggered this. Most outrageous moments that are just random moments stuck in your mind, because this just made me think of my Lord of the Rings experience.
Oh, that's a story. I love the Lord of the Rings, so.
When I went and watched Two Towers, a whole movie, literally a 3-hour movie about Sam and Frodo trying to get into Mordor to burn the ring. 2 hours into it, this guy is clearly on a date, like maybe a first date with this chick. And she must not have been enticed by the date, because I heard her. She must have turned to the guy, because I heard her say this, and it's burned in my brain, and it will be till I die. Why do they need to get in there?
Okay, in all fairness to her, you know what movie I'm not bringing a first date to? Like, come on, man. You gotta be better than that.
What movies, especially in horror, because we're horror story right now, what movies are terrible for bringing a first date to?
Horror movies? Oh my god.
And we can do, I mean, Sturdy, what do you think? Should we do any, or should we just stick to horror?
I'm gonna no, you can say any, but I'm gonna say any damn movie that you really want to see.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. There's something I would never bring a date to, man. I just
if there's something,
No, I see what you're saying. If it's a movie you actually want to see,
really want to see, bringing a first date, and you really want to see the movie and really want to pay attention to the movie,
instead of trying to get wet.
Honestly, if it's,
I got you.
Yeah.
because
Don't bring her to anyone you really
for me, like if it's like a first date type of film or like a date type like that, I'm like, just let her pick the movie, because
smart.
you know what I mean, and not even for the messing around in the theater, just let her pick the movie, whatever. Then once you're down the road dating and shit, then that's different. Okay, I'm picking the movie now. This is what we're going to see. But
Listen, bitch, you had your time.
well, I wouldn't quite put it like that, but
That's it. So
That's what he
how
meant.
I
think we all know that.
That's how I ended up watching The Babysitter's Club. Was by letting in, what was it, 95? You guys remember that?
Nope.
So in like 95 they did that, and I really liked this girl. Man, did I really like this girl. And we were at the David says his teeth, yeah, don't bring him to teeth.
Yeah.
So we're at the movie store, and we all get one movie, whatever, and we're all hanging out. Like, and parents, of course, brought us there. It's 95, so I'm only like 12, 13, whatever. And I want to impress this girl, so I'm like, you can have my pick. And she's like, I can pick too. And I was like, you can have my pick. And like, she ended up taking The Babysitter's Club as the second pick, and I was like, oh no. Like, because I know nothing about, and I know full on the whole drive home. So we're in the back of you guys remember the 90s Blazers that were kind of smaller?
Yeah.
So we're in the back of one of those, and two people are in the way back. And like, we're in the back, and I'll say this, like, she's just talking to me about The Babysitter's Club the whole time. Like, I love The Babysitter's Club as a kid, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure it's great, whatever. Like, whole time in my head, I'm like, this is gonna be fucking terrible, and that it is. It's an ensemble teen cast, which makes it worse. But like, at least the whole movie, she sat and like laid against. You guys know what it's like in middle school too. Laid against my knees the whole time, and I was like, oh, this is right. Like, at least that played out.
Changing your pants afterwards?
Like I was 12, 13. I barely knew what the hell I was doing. But like,
What's going on down there?
I
Feels
can't
funny.
stand up at the moment. I
Yep.
can't stand up. I'm paralyzed for the moment.
Sturdy's
No,
got the
you,
right
you,
idea.
you go ahead and go outside. I'll catch up.
Sturdy's got the right idea. Like, for
Did you
sure.
get that same feeling as when one of your teachers, who was like really kind of pretty, was maybe wearing a blouse that day, and you couldn't go?
Dude, we didn't have any pretty teachers. So
Yeah.
I had a couple.
Somebody's knocking shit off their desk, asking her to pick it up.
I will say, when we were in 7th grade, we had a really young teacher. Really, she was only there for a year. Really young teacher who everybody was into, and I was like, I don't get it. But everybody was like into her. She'd wear short skirts and sit on a stool at the front of the class.
Dan, you have to be contrary about everything. It's like, hey, Jaws is like widely one of the best movies. It sucks. Quint isn't really a good part. And then it's like everyone thought she was hot. I didn't see it.
No. It's not about that. I was like, she's a teacher. I never really, and granted, I guess as I got older, especially as a teacher, like I was like, she's like a fucking teacher. I don't know. And like,
I know, it's just funny.
People were really into her.
I don't remember having any like hot teachers, and there is one teacher I remember from like middle school or 5th grade. This is going to sound awful, but this is the appropriate time to share it. It was like an art class, and her eyes were messed up. She was like cross-eyed. She had like a cross-eye going on. And I just remember one time her looking in the other direction of me, but she was yelling at me. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh my God.
I still remember that.
As somebody who spent 20 years in education, I'll say this, like, and this is going to sound so non-PC, but I don't care. Like, it really does matter. It matters what you look like. It matters what you sound like. And it matters what you dress like. All three. Now, like, you don't have to dress
on all three.
you don't have to dress to the nines, but you cannot look like a bum.
Sorry.
You don't have to be gorgeous, but you can't be ugly.
That's number 2, strike 2.
Yep. And you don't have to be,
He did not fight you on that.
you don't have to be perfect in terms of how you talk, but you cannot have some kind of like barrier to communication because they will kick your ass.
Use guys, it's 3 for 3.
Check, right down the list, man.
Kids are the worst.
Kids are the worst. I have seen so many people burn out of my profession.
I can't be a teacher. I can't be a teacher because you see how the internet treats me, and I laugh. Go right ahead. I'll burn you.
Nothing is.
I'll be fired.
when you have like a freshman or a sophomore girl, and this happens. I mean, this happens daily too. By the way, like this is daily. Freshman or sophomore girl, like who picked that out for you or whatever? Like they just like, and I'm like, I've gotten to the point where like in my career, I just give it right back, and I'm like, well, I certainly didn't shop, locally for it. I bought it down the road, like. I just give it back because, like, if they're high schoolers.
Wait, what did they say to you?
Oh God, every day. Like, what did
give
you
me
buy
what,
that?
Give me what you just said.
So, like, where did you buy that, or did your wife pick that out for you? And I'm like,
okay, here. So right there, end of story. No, your mom did when I made her wet.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like,
dry off with.
This was actually a tip from your mom.
Do what now?
Get to that joke level.
Don't worry, she wasn't cheating. Your dad's a cuck.
Wow. Get to that joke level. You have to build
Jersey. You are not
that rapport. You have to build that. You can't just lead with it. You got to build it. Like there was a student who, and I would say 2016 when she graduated, and is one of my favorite students ever.
Oh,
She'd come in and just like, I'd be like, God, did we just like. Just give up this morning? She'd come in like pajama pants and a hoodie or something. She was like, I don't know. Did you age 60 years last night? And I was like, probably, but only because I'm worried because I can't pay the bills for your mom tomorrow. Like she was fun for 4 years to just like joke like that. But you have to earn that kind of joke. You have to earn that kind of joke. You know, she talked to me about me and her like graduation speech, stuff like that. You know, I went to her open house. Her mom, Cheryl, is like one of the nicest people ever. Like,
Yeah,
you
see,
got
I
to
would have been
earn
fired.
that kind of humor with a student. I'll say that. You got to earn that level of humor. It comes with territory.
You know what's funny? As we've gotten older, and I see what because I have a bunch of friends that are teachers. You're in the
Probably running into
profession.
a lot of the breweries, man.
I made a lot of teachers and stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck were the teachers like when I was a kid? What were they doing behind the scenes I didn't know about? Because I see what
So my understanding is that teachers now are tame. Some of the stories that the veterans that told me when I first entered, I mean, I came into the field in 2007. And I really started in 2005 when I started coaching, but 2007 was when I started substitute teaching. Those veterans from back then, some of the stories they tell are so like prior to, at least in Michigan, prior to 1996, they could just smoke in the school.
awesome.
Like,
But that's anywhere though. Like
Yeah.
My company talks about like private offices and smoking inside and all this stuff, and it's just there's so much more transparency in large organizations now that you can't do that kind of stuff anymore. Whereas like you could take the company's dollar and go get hammered on it. Now every single dollar that's spent, like someone's asking you about it and someone's up your ass about it.
It's like accountability.
Well, it's so much accountability where it's not even fun anymore. Like people from my company talk about like, oh yeah, we used to take like 3-week retreats and at the Double J Ranch, and it's like, oh cool, we haven't had a happy hour in 3 years. Like really, like okay, like I'm glad it was cool for you, but it's clearly not cool for us anymore, because every time anything like that happens, someone gets in trouble because the company's spending the shareholders' dollar.
I do wish sometimes when parents have a big issue, I could just pull a bottle of scotch out of my bottom drawer, like 2 glasses, and be like, "Can we talk about this straight?" Instead of like,
Oh man, I feel like that would loosen a lot of things up.
"Oh, that would be
hell
the
yeah.
end of the universe, man." If I actually did that, Jesus.
Fuck your kid, man. He's stupid. He's disrespectful.
The parent will eventually come around and like, yeah, my kid's a jackass.
He has one more time to be smart. I'm gonna have one of my little cousins come over here and fuck his ass up. So you better straighten him up. That's how I would talk to him.
If I had a kid that first off, if I had a kid that came home and told me one of my good buddies was his teacher, I'd probably have to try to find him a different class because I don't need him coming home with stories that I don't remember.
I think with teachers, I mean, like you just go and do your job, right? Like any job, like I've seen the like craziest people on earth like turn into complete gentlemen the moment that they walk onto the field, because like the moment that they're working, like they're on the company's dime and they know that if they mess up, like they're gone.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like and then you get them out on the lake, and then all of a sudden they're big party boy and they're blowing off fireworks and they're completely different human beings.
It's fun. I always, because when my friends started getting into teaching and going in that direction, obviously you kind of start out as subs, trying to get all these sub jobs. I'm like, and hanging out with them because I'm like, I had so many ideas to write a fucking pilot for a show about just substitute teachers. I'm like, if I put this in some kind of show, I'm not a writer or anything like that, but I'm like, it's the fucking stories are there.
Yeah,
for sure. They're there. I, as a principal, like,
So Dan could tell you some great ones, but like I do remember one specifically, like growing up, that was really tough, like for the substitute. So we had a like math teacher that was out for the first like 3 months for maternity leave, and they had another like substitute come in, but she was a long-term substitute / like going into teaching. We shredded that woman. Like she was
probably made her leave the field, poor lady. Like,
she was like crying to the teacher, like when she came back, and then the teacher came back from maternity leave. She's like, what on earth is wrong with you human beings? Like she called us out as humans, let alone as like students. And she's like, she's done. She's like, she's gone. She's like, you have killed all of her spirit. She has left the field, and now you're stuck with me, and I'm pissed. And that was the rest of the school year.
Oh my God.
It was awful, and I don't even remember much about it. I just remember like it was just complete chaos for 3 months. That's what I remember.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh man.
What do you guys, so
Fucking
you guys ever
school.
notice in every horror movie? Speaking of like teachers, Sturdy, you notice in every horror movie, it's always the English teacher. It's never like math. It's never social studies. It's always the English teacher.
Yeah, but what about in the faculty? Because then in that instance, it's all the teachers.
Well, but
No,
like that's a
There's
special
science
case.
teacher who figured it out.
Yeah, like if you go back and you watch
No,
movies,
I feel like science teacher is the most common teacher, and
Well, yeah,
Shit.
because like Gremlins, like right, like he comes and he's got the
the original
That's
murder
right.
for him was way worse.
Yeah.
Like in Gremlins, that the original murder was way worse. But I think about like so in Freddy, obviously, like
Mhm.
every teacher in Freddy, 1 through 7, every teacher is the English teacher.
It's the easiest class to fall asleep in.
Well,
Oh, you
they
were-
do
you
that
weren't
in
in my
horror
class.
movies. Horror movies a lot. I know they'll do that because they did it in like Halloween too and things like that. Is because they try to tie it into whatever
Metaphor,
story they're
probably.
trying to tell.
Yeah,
You
like
know, like it's like
Yeah,
more of
that's
a prophetic thing than anything. More of
gotta
a
say-
prophetic thing.
Lynn Shay has to be my favorite though. In that first Freddy movie, she's
Nightmare?
so good as that like teacher role. As somebody that
No,
that
her
probably
best role,
shouldn't have a
hands
career.
down, as older Helen Keller.
Yeah, but the real question is who's your
That-
favorite dinosaur in cinema history?
Oh
I
yeah,
can't figure
shit.
that. I even Googled it real quick on the side, man. I can't pick one.
That is
The
hard. That is
T-Rex from
hard.
Jurassic Park is up
That-
there.
That's what I was gonna just say. I like Mick's got it. Like it's the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, right? As far as impact.
I like the T-Rex from Tammy and the T-Rex.
Oh, you would.
It's a fucking dinosaur in a cow.
R.I.P. Also Paul Walker. My God.
Paul Walker, yeah.
Jesus, you can't. It's too soon.
You said a joke about Tammy the T-Rex because he's dead? I don't know.
No.
Don't ride your car so fast.
No, you can't talk about Tammy the
He
T-Rex.
wasn't
because-
driving.
Don't let people drive their car so fast.
wow.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
owning it. I don't
Are
care.
we talking about
That joke
dinosaur
could've created-
nicknames that people give their penises in porn movies? Because that's a whole different list.
All
Triceratops.
I'm saying is
Wild.
no one can mention no one can mention the PW word because I'm still not over it.
Paul Walker.
Penis wrangler.
It's been
Don't forget Paul Walker
long
banged a
time
16-year-old.
without you,
the
my
peen rapper.
friend.
The peanut
I'll
rapper?
tell you all about
What kind
it.
of dinosaur is
when I
that?
see you again.
The peanut raptor.
What does Sturdy not do? PW.
Peanut raptor.
Peanut wrap.
Definitely don't.
Sturdy's just a black man over here like, y'all motherfuckers.
I love you, Sturdy.
The peanut raptor was the first dinosaur to go extinct.
The peanut
Okay,
raptor?
but who would be the first dinosaur to drive a car in Fast and the Furious?
Go look up the dinosaur that has the most teeth.
Oh, Velociraptor.
And I heard this
I'm-
one from Sturdy. I think.
Go with me.
Oh no, I remember that now.
I'm not saying it.
I can't pronounce that.
Oh my god.
I can't read.
I can't read.
That's a real thing.
Sturdy, what is actually on Sturdivision this week?
No Sturdo Vision this week. But
Sturdy's being lazy.
December is going to be Tony Todd movies.
Ooh.
R.I.P.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, what's the one where he's like the assistant in the movie? Like that's the mockumentary.
I'm not sure about that one.
Oh, that one's so good. We watched it back in the
Mortuary Chronicles?
No, it was back in the Frank days. Frank made us watch it.
Oh, probably some obscure movie.
It was a mockumentary, and he played a extra in it. It was
I don't
so-
know.
It was so
I didn't
good.
like. I have a lot of respect for Tony Todd, but like R.I.P. Obviously. Before I say this, R.I.P.
Watch
Oh
him
wow!
now.
Oh wow! Don't
Watch
just
him
don't
now.
say it. Stop!
But
No.
Don't,
Just let it
don't-
go.
Just don't say it.
Let it
Oh,
go.
I always felt like he was second fiddle to the guy from The Thing.
He wasn't even in that movie.
Not in the hearts of all of us.
Sorry, like it
Well, we
was
love
like
Keith David too.
Keith David. That's right. That's his name. Like if they couldn't get Keith David, they got Tony Todd.
Keith David could not play Candyman.
Keith
True.
David could totally play Candyman.
Whoa!
Nah.
Did you see the way They Live?
Did you see the way he hypnotized Helen? Only one nigga can do that. And that's Tony Todd. AKA.
Okay. But
I do not agree with the word, but I agree with the sentiment.
No, come on, Nick.
The real question
is
is
not the same actor as
Keith David has a wheelhouse. I wouldn't want Tony Todd on Rick and Morty as the president. Keith David nails it. I wouldn't want Tony Todd in They Live.
Gargoyles.
Keith David was perfect for that. Gargoyles, yeah. Like Keith David has an amazing career that I love, and he's so comedic and great timing and all that. But the man, Tony Todd, I'm not replacing him, sir. Are you crazy?
I think that Keith David would have been better at everything that Tony did.
no, because Keith David, like the whole point of him is like he's got there's a slickness to him, whereas like Tony Todd is true terror. Like you're supposed to be scared of Tony Todd, whereas like Keith David's making a deal with the devil.
You're
like
telling me that
I wish
Keith
Tony
David
Todd was my grandpa. I don't know why
Keith
everybody.
David is like he's like a demon in the bayou, man. Like that's his whole vibe. Like he's trying to convince you to make a deal. The Candyman is making no deal.
man.
Yeah, you know what?
David.
What perfect example there. Didn't Keith David play like the shaman in The Frog and the Princess, or The Princess and the
He
Frog?
did. He 100%.
Yeah. So, but if you go over to Hatchet, which is basically the same character that Tony Todd played, you can give it to Tony Todd and saying that he pulls it off in live action. Like if you need that character, you're going to Tony Todd because he can pull it off.
He's right.
Listen, Mustache, agree with me.
I can't because I think that Keith David's the better actor. I think Keith David.
Okay, that's okay. I didn't take that away from you.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You can't replace him.
I think
There's certain roles that are just because you're like,
oh my god,
Tom Hanks is
I'm
a
not,
great actor.
you know, I am not the sort to worship at the altar of the past and like.
Yeah.
What?
Dan, look at behind you. Just look behind you.
Yeah.
Someone
A
that's
big
going
ass
to
poster.
worship the past, and he's gonna dock it.
You're wearing a Motley Kruger shirt.
The man literally lives in Ready Player One, like the entire weekend.
I'm pretty sure Dan Nostalgia Smash the Walls Down gal.
I was waiting for it.
Oh my god!
It's fucking Mister. Like I swear to God, if you could own a retro video store, nostalgia store, and just be a billionaire off that, you'd be in heaven.
I wouldn't be a billionaire. I would just do it. If I were already a billionaire, I'd just do it and give it away.
You wait. He's gonna buy that crappy bar in the lake house where he's at, the inn or whatever it's called.
I thought you guys were opening a bed and breakfast.
I want to, yeah.
They're going to invest in the. There's a bar by our lake house that is called the Swiss Inn.
There it is.
And every 4
The
years,
Swiss
it goes
In and
up
Out.
for sale. And it's supposedly it's haunted, by the way. Supposedly it's haunted.
Oh,
But
That's what they tell me.
there could be a ghost humping you right now. You would never know.
Hopefully, it's an old ghost.
The elderly.
But so to clarify my comment, what I mean about this, legends aside, legends aside, I'm not one that just because Tony Todd was in the movie means that I'm going to like stand on it. Okay, I think that Keith David would have done better.
All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm going to explain to you.
And I love the video store clerks. I love those guys.
I'm going to explain to you 30 seconds or less why, Dan, that's not really your feeling or your thought, and why you live a life of nostalgia and
I 100% do.
controversy.
Hold on. Look, I'm not going to pretend to know enough about the careers of both of these guys to participate. That's why I've been fairly quiet. Other than Tony Todd and Candyman, I couldn't tell you what else he's been in. I want to hear a debate right now to convince me, as somebody not familiar with the body of work, who is better.
Name
Keith David sitting next to Kurt Russell in The Thing at the end and outshining a legendary actor in the moment. There you go. That's all you need to know.
Okay. Fair enough. It's hard to argue. Chris, what's your favorite Keith David movie?
What's he been in?
Here's
I just said I didn't know. I wasn't familiar with his body of work.
No, that's part of my point. What's your favorite Tony Todd movie?
Candyman.
I only know Candyman.
Right there, that tells me he's
he's
Tony
way
Todd way better than Keith David.
I only know of
Your
Candyman.
Your opinion should be based in what you know, not in what Dan tells you.
No, I know of Candyman. I didn't say I liked it or I hated it or anything like that because I can't remember watching it.
Listen, just go with my roundabout logic. Jesus Christ. Don't let Dan win. Listen, everybody, there's been a lot of blatant lying on your screens lately, but none more egregious than what this man said earlier, as in he doesn't want anything to do with the past.
Right? I don't, as someone who doesn't.
Yeah.
Whoa. To clarify that, there is the Hall of Fame, okay? And then there's everything else. Now, Keith David is in the Hall of Fame. Keith David is the star, even though Kurt Russell, all kudos.
Keith David was in the last season of Community.
Yes, he
so
was.
come on.
And he does great. Oh my God.
He was funny in Community.
He's hilarious.
He cracked me up.
He's in They Live. And he does a wonderful job playing the straight man.
100%.
He's a legendary actor. Legendary. Tony Todd, legendary, yes.
No.
But Keith
no.
David is legendary, man.
First of all, you know what? Another white man pitting a black man against another black man.
I was going to say, why are we even having this debate? Why can't we just that both of these men exist?
What the problem is, Dan, we need more work to go around. Stop segregating.
You know what?
Don't take that high road, you son of a bitch.
These two guys are amazing. You know what?
When in doubt, virtue signal all the way.
Virtue signal until the end of the day. Men at work. Yeah, Men at Work.
I love Men at Work.
Tony Todd, though. Tony Todd is in the Final Destination movies. He's in 3 of them, I think.
Can we just agree that both their body and they were friends? That's the best part.
Oh, yeah, they were good
arguing. They were friends.
Oh, fuck this. Tony Todd was in The Rock. I think we have a winner.
You can't argue with the Nick Cage movie on a sturdy show. It's never going to work. There's too many parameters in this show.
Listen, there is a lot of parameters.
They shouldn't be.
Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? There we go.
The Rock, Keith David was in Armageddon.
Who gives a shit about Armageddon?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Because that's a good comp.
I have a question, and I hope I can pose it because it'd be a real thinker if we actually take it seriously.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
We went immediately to comparing 2 black actors, right? Now, just hear me out before I say this. So why don't we ever think about it from like, well, who was on the level?
Mick's going to make sure we go back to the whites now.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Fucking Christ. Now it's going to seem like that.
That's ultra virtue signaling. We got virtue signaling and then ultra virtue signaling going on.
Hey, just because you're not jumping on board doesn't mean we can't. I mean, like, who would be a Keith David like parallel in other races? It doesn't have to be white. I don't give. There's no white people. Don't talk about white people.
No, I got it.
Makes us self-hating white now.
Oh, what's his name from? He was in Breaking Bad. He was La Tortuga in Breaking Bad. Shoot.
Hi, Lewis.
Latino guy. He's a Latino guy, and was it like he's been?
Oh, he's in our group. His name is Chris. He's in our group. He just doesn't talk about it.
No. Oh my God. Nick, what's his name?
Puerto Rican.
Who?
Yeah.
John McDonough?
Is Machete.
Danny Trejo. No, Danny Trejo I would put more on a and to kind of agree with Dan in this, I would put him more on a Tony Todd level. Because they do a similar type of movies.
Okay. But like
Keith David did too, but not as much.
I feel like honestly, I feel like Danny Trejo is probably more known than both of them.
Who's the most iconic 90s horror character
nowadays? 90s who?
90s horror?
Is it Scream? Is it Ghostface?
Scream is probably the biggest 90s horror movie. And I know you guys hate it. 2 of you hate that fucking movie.
I hate that. Like, Chucky, it's Chucky. Chucky is
Sturdy and
the
Dan hate
90s
it.
horror
Oh,
character.
okay. I was gonna say, man, I watched Scream 2 the other day while this idiot was playing euchre in the other room.
Chucky. Chucky is the iconic 90s character.
Apparently now it's
90s?
90s?
90s? He didn't even reign in. He had one movie in the 90s, and that was the third one. And then it jumped off in the 2000s. If anything, the early 2000s was Chucky's.
No, 2 and 3, and then Bride of Chucky
Well,
was
no, Bride of Chucky
1998.
was
2 and 3 came out in the 80s.
Well,
No,
Bride of
2 was
Chucky was
1990. 3 was 93.
I'm looking up Chucky movies now because Child's Play was 88, Child's
88.
Play 2 was 90,
90.
Child's Play 3 was 91.
Okay. And when was Bride of Chucky?
98.
Oh, 98.
Okay, all right, fair. I don't know why I thought there was such a big gap.
I thought that was more 80s too, or very early 90s.
What are you
Fuck, there's
looking
a
at?
lot of
You lied
these.
earlier. Nobody can trust you.
Probably Scream. Probably Scream though, just because.
Well, like, because I think a Candyman in that,
I would
in
say
that realm
Scream.
as well.
Because
That's
the
what I'm
first three
saying.
Screams came out before the 2000s.
I think
You
the
know?
third one was 2000, but yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
it.
I remember when they were making it though.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, Scream obviously like is Scream. You know my problems with it, and they're well traversed on your show.
Yeah, 90, 96, 97, and 2000. Scream 1, 2, and 3.
I think that like Scream has to be it, even though I want to vote for Chucky just because I don't like Scream. But what's funny though, Neve Campbell is the star, but Ghostface is the icon.
Well, that's not weird because most of the horror icons are the
Slash,
killers.
the
Bad
villain.
guys, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
and I think that all started with. That all started more with Michael Myers, and then like kind of retroactively went back to Leatherface.
do you think it traces all the way back to Universal?
If Halloween didn't do well, right, then they would have never made a sequel to Psycho. Now, Psycho is a hit, but keep in mind, 20 years later,
20 years, yeah.
it's not a hit. It's just kind of maybe remembered by film fans, you know? And
So what about
make a sequel because Halloween did so well, and it kind of blew it up again, I think. So I think it was sort of they both helped each other out.
historically? Here's something I don't understand, and maybe you can provide some historical context for it, Mick. Why is it that 1974's Black Christmas, which was the original version of the Babysitter Murders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't it get the love? Now, I love Halloween. I should have prefaced that. But why doesn't Black Christmas get the love for being genre bending? And Halloween does.
Yeah, no, you're 100%. It was
just
too
not as
early,
fun.
too controversial, and not seen by enough people until after Halloween came out.
Just too far in advance, you think? Like too
I mean,
early?
they were dealing with abortion, and this is what 1973, right? Roe v. Wade, like that was such a big deal at the time. But then it also gets dwarfed by The Exorcist, and then you have The Omen come out, and that was sort of the direction of the big mainstream horror. So it didn't.
Was there an
change.
uptick in abortion after The Omen came out?
Maybe. Jesus.
I feel like there may have been.
A little bit of research project there.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Who knows? It could have. I'm not going to dumb it down to a one movie, but
Rosemary's Baby.
Anything's like you never know what could happen.
There's a lot of evil kids. I feel like there's an abortion spike afterwards.
I did.
So you're
Black,
saying the baby boomers are the ones that actually could be the Antichrist?
Yeah,
like Black Christmas for me
God's do-over.
was the next step after Psycho. Like Black Christmas, even though forget The Exorcist for a second, forget Rosemary's Baby. Black Christmas was the next natural step after Psycho.
God's do-over sounds like a vacuum.
Oh my god!
A vacuum?
I was just trying to ignore it. Jesus.
I need a moment. I need a moment.
And James isn't even here this time.
Yeah, James, where's James? He's usually the one that throws in on that. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
This is what happens. It's one toxic masculinity male, and then gets to another, and next thing you know, we all got red hats. We're all fucking climbing shit. It's
wait,
weird.
are you saying there's something wrong with the Yankees?
No, I love the Yankees, but don't. And I like it, but it's not a real Yankees hat. You gotta wear blue.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just balls.
But no, I don't like Black Christmas should get more love, and it
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's
And it
great.
even has the chick from Superman that's in it, right?
Yeah, Margaret Kidder's in
Margot
it.
Kidder's in it.
Olivia Hussey she was also an Ice Cream Man, and she was
Ice Cream Man, yeah.
Juliet.
That
Romeo
shit
and
was
Juliet.
fun. I forgot all about that damn movie. Ice Cream
Yeah,
Man.
she was in a lot of stuff too. She was probably like,
Oh, I think it's Tim's done.
"Hi Tim." Love it. Yeah, so she was probably the strongest actress at the time in the movie, and I'm not basing it on anything. That's just sort of like I've read that, you know. It was a really good cast though. You had Andrea Martin was on it. Andrea Martin, I fucking love. She's a comedic genius in my opinion. Yeah, that movie was fantastic, and you never found out who the killer was. He got away with it. You never find out. They never catch him. Brilliant for its time, but like I said, just those early horror movies, they're being dwarfed by all of these mainstream like The Exorcist and The Omen and those, and it did not change direction really until Halloween came out, which is also a good argument that you can make is a movie that he made almost simultaneously with Halloween. Like he started Halloween. I think he started Someone's Watching Me right after Halloween or something like that, but it came out before Halloween.
Yeah.
And Someone's Watching Me is such a fantastic slasher movie made for television. And John Carpenter wrote and made that movie. And it's so well done, and it doesn't get enough credit, but it fits right up there with the Halloweens and the stuff like that. But yeah, there were so many that came out and were coming out that were different from the Halloweens and the slasher genre. But yeah, it was just because the horror genre wasn't the strongest. Especially, it was strong enough in the 70s to make some really gritty stuff that holds the test of time. But it wasn't strong enough to build the genre out like the 80s did.
I like Sturdy's current trend where he's grabbing onto actually good horror.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Well,
that was like a backhanded compliment right there.
No, I mean, because
he knows how I roll.
What I mean by it is this, is that like right now in the past probably decade, there's this.
Wait. Just to clarify, you said actual good horror, and he's been doing black and white horror movies all month long. So you would say from the past.
Not just that. I'm saying, in contrary to like the past 10 years, because it's slightly out of context, but like the past 10 years, I feel like people grab onto these like really obscure movies and want to pretend that they are masterpieces. Yeah. Meanwhile, I really enjoyed the fact like last year, or was it still this year? I'm trying to remember. Was it last fall or this spring where you did Freddy and Jason, Sturdy?
Oh, that was last year, Sturdoween, 2023.
Okay, Sturdoween for that. So like, I'm growing exhausted with these people that are in their 20s and they're like heralding these like absolute pieces of shit and claiming that somehow, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, like somehow that they have some sort of merit because X, Y, and Z. No, they don't. I feel like now, Sturdy, if they got a hold of Blood Lake, like Gen Zers would be like, oh, Blood Lake. Man, can you
avant-garde?
Oh, there are definitely people out there that think that.
I will tell you this. I don't think anybody thinks that about Blood Lake because they would have remade it.
There's somebody. There is somebody.
If anything,
the owner, because I offered him $10,000 for the rights. I offered him $10,000 for the rights because Sturdy said he wanted them. I offered him $10,000. He said no. So
whatever. Have fun. I had a great idea for a sequel to that or a remake. But anyway, we're gonna listen. Sturdy's putting together. That's why I love Sturdy's show. In fact, the thing I love about Sturdy's show that's different from what you're saying. I'm an ardent defender of the show. So the thing that's different and what Sturdy does is, yeah, these people latch on to some bullshit. The one good thing about it is like latching onto this bullshit has led to at least preservation of it, and I do think that it should be preserved.
Yeah.
But yeah, it shouldn't be called like these classics. But what Sturdy does is he watches shit he's never seen before, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's what because like everything I'm hearing, like this is the best, this is the best, this is the best. And that's why I fell in love with this show, is because it wasn't that stuff. You know, one week it might be, oh shit, he's watching Night School, and then and then the next week is fucking Arkansas women's prison. You know, like it's fucking odd.
I don't know what Arkansas women's prison is, but that sounds entertaining.
It was.
It was funny. There's titties.
What was that? Amazing. What was that really, really bad restored one we watched, Sturdy?
The wrestling one? The fuck? Where there was no wrestling moves? The one with the wrestlers in it and there was no wrestling moves?
So all I remember is there was a kung fu hero going through New York.
New York Ninja.
That was entertaining to watch. We all gave it like a 2, but that was entertaining to watch.
Was I on that episode?
Yeah.
That's how gone I was. I don't even remember watching it or being on the episode.
That movie.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
I do remember telling you guys to watch it.
His girlfriend dies right at the beginning.
But I still feel the best watch party / show for Sturd Vision was the Helen Keller movie.
I still gotta watch that.
I don't know how.
I gotta throw together another watch party with like-minded people that would watch that.
I've got the next 2 days at least off, so I gotta make time for that.
Helen Keller
versus the Night Wolves. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Huh.
You're braver than I am.
Oh man,
I can't not watch this after hearing about it as much as I've had.
Just put it on right now.
Brain off. I would.
I'm going to watch it now while you guys keep talking.
Sturdy, if you show up tomorrow for the live stream,
Bubblegum Cheerleader Chainsaw movie that is on my rack now. Sturdy, like.
Wait, what's it called?
I can't remember. You guys were watching it, and I was.
Oh. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
There's a bubblegum chainsaw movie or something.
The movie where the two chainsaws came out the girls' titties. I know what you're talking
about.
Sturdy, can I make a request? Can I make a request for a movie for you to watch?
Put it on the wheel.
No. Special request.
No.
Special request, pretty please.
To me though, because you know I'm gonna forget. But yeah,
it's called Slashers. I think it's from 2001.
It's a movie.
Yes, it's about a Japanese game show where these people go through.
I like where this is going,
and it's basically they have to fight slashers. Like that's what comes after. Straight to video, 2001. I would love it if you'd watch this movie.
Sturd, I got to jump, man. It's 9.
All right, man.
Yes,
I have to drive up north tomorrow, so. Thanks for letting me tune in, man. And
of course.
Always great conversation.
Have a good one, man. Safe travels. Don't fuck the turkey, and good luck with the team tomorrow.
Or just don't tell anybody.
Yeah, you missed those Sturdy on.
You missed
he missed you fucking a turkey. That's what that sounded like.
Math and Smash. I did have Rice Montana up here.
Nice.
We'll see you, fellas.
Did you at least use a gravy-flavored condom?
Extra small. Thankskilling.
That's the only thing I remember from that movie, having watched it 3 years ago now.
You don't remember the very first line, "Nice tits, bitch"? It shows titties right in the beginning of the movie.
I just remember gravy-flavored condom. I don't know why.
Best opening line, best opening scene. Titties.
I might have to watch that again.
Yeah, I'm watching that tomorrow.
It's not Thanksgiving without Thankskilling.
Exactly. Oh, this is the week of Thankskilling, so I gotta watch it.
Oh man,
Oh,
And then there were 3.
I am. Well, there's going to be 2 in a second.
Oh.
I am.
Mick's overdone it on his hot chocolate.
I did. It felt so good to drink that. I want to drink more and warm my belly and go to sleep by the fire. That's
Oh,
it.
I wish I had a fireplace.
You have a fireplace?
No.
Oh.
he's just going to light a fire in a trash can in the living room.
I don't know why you assumed. That feels wrong. Don't assume.
You're the one that said you wanted to go to bed by the fire.
Yeah, this is just a normal night. Like you just go lay down by the fire.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants, with your trash fire in the living room.
Yeah, gotta be all classy and shit.
I know.
Hey, children's artwork.
Oh man, that's what our parents did with all of our fucking artwork and shit. Hey, Mom, what happened to? Oh, when we moved, he didn't lose it in the movie. Dude, that shit they trashed as soon as I left the room. This is so nice. Oh, damn, well, that shit was
If
terrible.
my dad said my artwork's bullshit, then yours is too.
Oh my god.
Mick's got one of them fancy indoor fire pits.
Marshmallows and shit.
Roasted marshmallows in his living room.
I like that in Chris's fantasy. I can't go outside with a fire.
Fucking making s'mores right there from his couch.
You figure if you go out, it's too cold outside. That's why.
It's cold out there.
Yep.
He's got one of the newfangled fancy interior.
And wet.
It's too cold for the fire.
It's cold and it's wet.
It is. It's gonna be wet out. It's gonna start snowing soon.
Yeah. So therefore, indoor fire. Bring the fire pit in. When they're cold, when you're cold, they're cold, Mick.
But my goal in these shows is just to get Mick to laugh as hard as possible because it's fucking hysterical.
It works too. You do a good job at it, Chris.
Stop fucking with me.
He's going to put up with us on Saturday too, and James is gonna be here for this. He's fucking
Just wait till you watch Dirty Grandpa.
Oh man, I can't
Holy
wait.
shit,
Dirty
that was
Grandpa. Here we go on Bottoms.
James's favorite movie, Power Bottoms.
Oh, is it? I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask because I'm gonna ask the wrong way, and everybody's gonna get offended.
You got an indoor fire pit to get to.
I got a fire pit to get to here. Come on, guys! I got shit to light on fire here. How dare you?
Be sure to spray it with some lighter fluid. Really, really douse it to get it going.
Yeah. And you could turn the heat down or off, and listen. You guys are cold. Come sit in the living room.
Wait! I can turn my heat off and just use the fire for the cold.
Boom!
But I can't do that outside.
It's too cold out there.
And wet.
It's cold. It's cold and wet out there.
Yeah, you're forgetting the wet part.
Yeah. If you do it inside, there's walls. It'll help keep the heat in.
So how do I get the smoke out?
That's your problem. People like the smoky smell.
Open the back door. Just leave the back door open.
Open some windows.
There you go. There you go. Open windows. Maybe that's smarter than opening the door. You don't want a bear walking in there.
So,
yeah, that's true.
So again, I digress, I guess. But I should open the windows, let in all the cold air, turn off the heat.
Yeah.
The fire will heat me up.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yes.
But just starting a fire outside, still too much.
Yeah. You don't want to be out there in the cold and the dark.
In the wet. It's wet.
It's wet out there.
There would be a fire.
Yeah, but it's still wet outside. That's the other part you got to
It's fucking nighttime, man.
It's not wet here.
It's fucking nighttime.
In this scenario, it's wet and it's cold and
Listen,
it's dark out.
You need the lights to see the fire so you can do your s'mores from the comfort of your couch because you're fancy.
How else are you going to watch TV while you're by the fire?
It's true.
Fancy.
You can't watch.
I'm fancy with my living room floor fire.
Your fire
my
pit.
couch while I make s'mores.
Yeah.
I have to go to bed. This is absurd, even for
No.
me.
And on top of that, what are you doing? Watching Christmas movies with the family.
It's true.
Oh.
You can't watch those outside.
You can't.
I never want a fire in my home. I'm saying
You
that
said
now.
you wanted to lay down by the fire.
Never,
with hot
ever,
cocoa.
please,
Yeah.
You see
please,
this?
universe. Been there, done that. Don't.
He's
wanna-
gonna lay a turkey down by the fire tomorrow.
You see what see
Nope.
what happens? Did you try to
Nope,
help
I
him
don't
find
want.
that?
You know what? I gotta go. I gotta
fulfill
go.
his
This is
dreams.
too much of a conversation I'm not willing to be a part of.
Try to help him fulfill his dreams, man. That's
Yeah,
all.
I don't want to fulfill my dreams. I wanted hot chocolate.
You said you wanted the hot chocolate and you wanted to lay by
How
the
did we
fire.
get from
I
hot
wanna
chocolate
lay
to
by the
you?
fire, but
How
there's
did
no
we get
fire.
from hot chocolate to you fucking a turkey by the fire?
No, that was Dan.
That was
Dan's the
Dan.
one fucking a turkey. He's going to travel to fuck a turkey. He's a
I
traveling
didn't mean to
turkey
throw Dan under the bus there, but I did. All right.
Mix that indoor fire pit. King.
In his fancy indoor fire pit because he's better than the rest of us.
Can I pitch my thing tomorrow?
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to top an indoor fire pit. Christmas movie.
You can
March
stream.
9th.
No. You can, when you get your indoor fire pit going and you go to get your s'mores. You know what you should do is live stream your s'more making on the P&P Facebook page,
Boom.
just like you're streaming some gaming.
Boom. There you go.
Would that be okay?
Yeah. I just got to give you the credentials, but go right on ahead. Just remember not to have your Christmas movies too loud or showing. 'cause
It's true.
Okay.
Copyright. You got to worry about copyright.
It's true. It's true. All right, gentlemen. 9 p.m. tomorrow night over on the Scene Snobs channel. I will be live streaming. I call it Lonely Together Friendsgiving. Come hang out. We used to do it back in the day. It's just like we're kind of live stream, maybe play some games, talk some movies, have some fun. And whoever's maybe feeling a little lonely, doesn't have anything going on, you can chime in the comments. It's encouraged, and we'll have a good time.
No clothes required.
No clothes whatsoever.
Can we talk about your fire pit over there?
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking turkey themed boxers and a Santa hat.
Don't forget the beard. No shirt. No shirt.
No shirt. That's why I
gotta-
just said the boxers. I meant
gotta
only
flex.
the boxers and Santa hat.
I gotta flex my shoulders.
I mean, there's headphones.
Oh my god. Turkey themed boxers.
This is why those little teenagers wouldn't get to me. I'm like not coming back because I like if I don't like you, like teenagers, like whatever.
Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
sure.
But this is something, people.
This was
something.
fun. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, fellas. I hope you enjoy your holidays.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Yes, I said Thanksgiving because that's, tis the season. You kill turkeys and Dan fucks them.
Jesus Christ.
And then, or
We're Dan, dude. Just tries to come on and have fun. Now you're
It's all
thinking,
love,
no, we
man.
can't make Dan a turkey fucker. We're not making Dan a turkey fucker.
listen.
No way. I'll take turkey fucker over Dan.
You. So now,
I'll take turkey
Mick,
fucker.
so now
I'm
Mick
a
wants to
turkey
now
fucker.
Mick wants to fuck turkeys by the
I
fire.
wanna fuck turkeys.
Down by
me.
his indoor fire pit.
By my indoor fire pit. It gets real hot between us. The stuffing is so fun.
Oh,
I'm the
there's
turkey
lots of
fucker.
stuffing. Lots of things being stuffed over at that by that indoor fire pit.
And he makes turkey noises.
I do. I'm like gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Oh,
Hey.
there you go.
I got you pardoned, and then I didn't. Shit like that. I'm gonna, dude. I'm flappable. I'll let it go. I can't let Dan go down that route. That man does too much for the higher education. I do not. I can be a turkey fucker.
He could be a
Fine.
turkey fucker. Guys.
I add no value to humanity. I will be
Oh,
the
man.
I will be the turkey fucker. I will not allow prominent people to go down as turkey fuckers. I will take that mantle.
Oh, that's so nice of him.
I would do it for you too.
Whew.
That's a good
That was a
friend.
lot.
That was.
You know what else was a lot? The gizzards.
See what you walk into when you just come on over to one of these random ass episodes. pre-holiday shows and shit. Get some weirdness and some laughs, but
Wow.
It's very hard to get Sturdy to break when he's like super gone.
No, that's a bonus. Like I say stupid shit to try to get Mick to lose focus and just start cracking up. But when Sturdy starts to do it, it's even better.
Did somebody come in?
for a second,
Who was it?
it was Shake.
Fucking
Oh, he had problems with your turkey fucker
now.
mantle.
Would you say he could be he could have his mantle now?
No, he was angry that Mick was trying to take his mantle as turkey fucker.
If Dan comes on and he fights me for the mantle, he can have it. But
Who's the resident turkey fucker? We need to know. What's the best lube for turkey fucking?
Oh my god,
It's gravy seems hot.
the butter, the mashed potato.
Butter.
Like,
Oh, the mashed potato. Okay.
Did he come back on again?
No, he just said this right here, holiday for life.
Yeah. Spoken like a true turkey fucker.
I'm still up on the browser. I'm the turkey fucker.
Have my dinner now.
He's turkey. That's
I just Spartacus my way into being a turkey fucker.
no. Have my dinner now is turkey fucking. That's
That's what that means.
that's what that means. He's turkey fucking.
Oh, man.
Oh my
He's
god.
butter. He's basting that turkey.
Basting. That's
Turkey basting.
turkey basting. He's having a good time though. That's good.
That's all that matters, as long as it's consensual.
Yeah.
Always. 100%.
Turkeys are the most agreeable creature I've ever met.
All right. So before we wrap this one up, though, Mick, I do have an important question to ask you. So when you have your indoor fires, do you put the screen over the fire pit? You know, some have those screens, or you just go raw? Just because when you're like
always raw. Always.
See, that's a man. That's a man with character.
Look at his fancy indoor fire pit.
I only deep fry my turkeys. You're not helping, Dan. I just took the mantle and you're handing it to me.
Probably deep fry my turkey.
Oh, he's deep frying, all right.
I gotta go.
Yeah, we're gonna get on out of here though. Everyone have a
Happy holidays.
I can't laugh anymore.
Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. Have some fun tomorrow. Eat turkeys, fuck turkeys, do whatever you do. Make sure you watch Thanksgiving
Wash your hands.
twice.
Don't get tryptophan. Don't do it.
Mm-mm.
Fall asleep.
Nope.
Tryptophan. Don't get tryptophan. Get tryptophan.
Yeah. And watch where you pee because you might bring a turkey back. I'm just saying.
Jesus fucking.
Nobody wants turkey babies.
I'm just saying. It happened in Thanksgiving. It could happen in real life. Just saying.
Oh man.
Be aware. Turkey
Yep.
babies. Hashtag turkey babies.
Hashtag turkey fucker.
Yep, they're turking off everywhere. See?
Turking off.
Peeing in the wrong places can get you that right there.
Yeah, it's
Damn
super
it, Dan.
sexy.
Damn it,
Super
Dan.
sexy.
You had to say you were gonna fuck a turkey.
So he deep fries them.
I mean I heard fucking turkey. Just
I heard
like Mick.
turkey. And then I had to take the mantle to save Dan because I'm less important in society.
So Dan wants his mantle back. We're gonna get out of here. You guys have a